right, does anyone have any general thoughts about the voiceover? I really liked it. As I said in the piece for movies.com, I felt like it really added a compelling layer to what would have otherwise been just a collection of action shots. You know, it really humanized it for me, and I liked hearing Gale since she thinks about Gale so much in the first book.
I like that. It's like more than anything else with the voiceover. I felt that added a real mood and tension, like it was almost being whispered to her.
Right.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I think for people who haven't read the book and don't know what it's about, they have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's the main reaction.
Well, I kind of disagree a little bit because I have shown the trailer all morning at work to girls who have not seen or read the books or even didn't know, and they were interested after they seen the trailer or the teaser just to see what happens next. So,
I think it's
I think they're deceiving you into thinking Gale's the love interest, and we all know it's actually Peeta.
No. Well, you heard Gary Ross's interview today. He chose the Gale overview because we spend so much time with Peeta in the first film. And it made more sense. And Gale is, as you said, Gale is still important to her, and it's Gale's voice she hears in the arena. I mean, it's one of these things that's, he's, like I said, he's important, and as Gary Ross said, it's, it brings the focus, it focuses on her and what she's thinking, and since we're going to spend so much time with Peeta, this gives Gale a little bit more time. I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with a love interest. In fact, I think the choice of words, what they chose to have, the voiceover, what they chose to show, I think completely shows that they are not, this is the first look they're giving to people, and they're not showing the guys in it. I mean, they may have a Gale voiceover, but it's all about how strong Katniss is as a character, how strong she is. Not anything about the Capitol or anything, just focused on her. And therefore, it seems to me like they're gearing this away from the love triangle, which everybody was afraid of, that they were going towards. And I think this is just like, this is all focused on Katniss. It's all strong character. And like I said, Gale's words are, what he says are basically, you are strong, you can beat this. And it's, I think it goes along very well with the images that they're showing. So I disagree completely that it has anything to do with, anything other than showing who she is. And plus, it does give us a little bit of a taste of Gale when we wouldn't get, very much of it in the first book, which I think, for people that were a little worried that they might add a little bit more of Gale, I think that when Gary said that today, that, he said, well, the piece he released, he's like, well, we spend so much time with Peeta in the book, and we get to the Capitol, and it's all Peeta after that point. Those people that were even remotely worried that leaked piece was actually somewhat accurate, that right there shows that, that old script, if it was even the real one, was thrown out. So, sorry, I went on off a tangent, sorry.
No, but I just want to say, though, I know what you're saying, and it's very likely that Gale probably was in her thoughts to some extent. But I do feel that it's deceiving, in my opinion, because in the book, Suzanne Collins really doesn't make a point of mentioning that she's heeding Gale's words all the time when she's there. And I feel like this is maybe a good innovation to the story, but I don't think it's necessarily compliant with what Collins
But she does think about Gale's words, because she says at different points, she thinks about what Gale would be thinking if he was watching her. And there's no way, I mean, in the book we read that, but if, say, in this trailer, if that's what they're going to do, I mean, perhaps we will hear voiceovers from Gale in the film to show that she is thinking about that. So I don't know, but I mean, in the book it does. She does think about what Gale's thinking.
If there was voiceovers, it just felt to me like it's almost like as if he's constantly on her mind. When I think we should give her more credit. But look, this is obviously a point that I think it's great to have a healthy debate on this. I think it's good to have discussion that builds from this. Anyway, do we want to move on to the next part of the...
Yeah, let's move on. So our next pause point is 33 seconds, just 3 seconds from where we are now. Yay! Okay, so everyone play and then pause at 33 seconds.
Ew.
And we'll pick up the pace a little bit here. Any thoughts on Katniss running?
She can run pretty fast.
Yeah, I think you can really tell how much she's trained, I think, in all of these running scenes because she moves very lightly. She seems very dexterous, or very agile, I guess you would say.
She must have been really tired after shooting this stuff.
Yeah, she seemed really active and in shape and was just, like, going so quick. And I loved her face expressions because they just seemed so genuine and so real as opposed to, whoa, this is me, I'm doing action. And it really kind of, like, boosted her recklessness.
Yeah,
she
I totally...
And
go ahead.
She looks and acts genuine throughout, which really, like, I'm saying that on this particular one, but really applies for the whole teaser. There's never a time that you look at her and go, oh, she's just going through the motion. She's just doing the action bit.
Exactly.
A lot of people are talking about the Mockingjay pin. How did that make all of you feel?
Oh, you mean the really big one they're zooming in on?
Yeah, I guess
Is that what you mean? The
just
big
the
one?
fact that apparently people could see it.
I
People
can't
claim.
from here, but I'm pretty cool.
I can't see it.
Me either.
Oh, no,
I think
are you talking about the big one, or are you talking about the one on her?
Well, whether you could, the question is...
Oh, I guess if you pause it at the right moment, but I just
right.
paused it at 34 and I still can't see it.
Right. I'm saying apparently some people at least have claimed that they've been able to see it in this stretch. Maybe there's an instant where if you blow it up, maybe you can catch a thought of it. Just a fun thing for listeners to pursue. With
Our friend Luli in
so
Argentina just asked on Twitter what we think of that tree. I think it looks like a great tree.
This reminds me of I took a tour at a ranch over here. It was like a lost tour, and the tour guide kept showing us all these different logs that people were sitting on when they were filming. And I was like his ongoing joke, oh yeah, this is the log in this episode, and this is another really famous log.
That's hilarious. Okay, so I guess we can move on. So because we're just going to pause 2 seconds from now at 35 seconds. Okay, so that was our first glimpse of the fire. What did you say, Adam?
Oh, nothing. I was just asking for opinion of this fire. It was pretty cool effects, I thought.
I'm still confused by the white light on her face. The fiery tree was still cool, though.
Yeah, what is that white light on her face?
I'm guessing it's like a reflection from whatever they use to, like, give the effect of fire blasting in her general direction.
I don't know. It just confuses me. It's like a spaceship is over her head and putting a light down on her.
It could be one of the hovercraft, but this isn't a time. I don't think that's what it is.